Hello everyone and welcome back to Inkbound. Today we're going to be playing the Star Captain. I think I fought... Who did I fight last time? I guess I could fight Argolith. I think I fought... Yeah, I'll just fight Argolith this time. Um, so... Today we're going to play Star Captain, who a lot of people say is weak in single player. I will say he's probably slightly weaker for sure, but I don't think he's that bad. I'm gonna go ahead and use Scales of Infinite Potential just because I can. Not for any other specific reason. It will mean I need to spam... Well, I'll make my drone stronger if anything. And... Pacifism could be a good direction to go. Nim is pretty rough though as Star Captain, depending on the modifier I get. Movement's not as important, but it will be important against Argolith, especially since I got the rooted one. So I think I just go Radiant Market here. So we are going to go ahead and get at it. So Star Captain, I tend to like building Frostbite just because it's fun. But drone builds are technically stronger. You can also technically do neither and just do like a pure damage build, but it's not very good, typically. In this case, though, I might just grab the Scattering Samples just to maybe do some sort of potion build. That could be kind of fun. Even though Treasure Hunter is a very fun one to get if you get it. Also go for Frostfire kind of shenanigans, but I've already kind of tried for that last time, so I think I'm going to do the potion this time and see where that leads me. Could also go Spikes, but it's kind of more of a meme build. It can be fun, for sure. One stack of Frostbite for something only inflicts one stack can be pretty useful as well. But the shield is still very, very useful. I think in this case I'm just going to go for the extra stack right now. Then I'm going to go ahead and just do... I don't have any money. I don't think I'm going to need a reroll, so I'm just going to go double Vault. I really go the Vault Quillings anymore. It's because I don't really feel like it's necessary. Alright, so Star Captain is pretty odd to play. He's basically the AoE specialist and has a lot of team support. But obviously if you don't have that, then it can be very weird to play. Let's see. But otherwise, definitely can struggle a bit early game just because you have to deal with a lot of AoE that you might not benefit you. I don't think it's that bad. I know there's like some optimal cycle. I've never looked into that. I just kind of do whatever I feel like is right. I'm not really one to follow optimal cycles. Make this for a little bit of defensiveness. You know, Shield Wall could have did the same thing. Should check that first. I could now build Spikes, even though I said it's kind of meme, which could happen because I have Skills of Infinite Potential. So maybe I'll do like a Spikes drone build. It's worth going for. We're gonna go to the augments and hope Spike shows up, but if it doesn't, that's fine. Could reroll there, but I don't think it's worth it. I think a free mission leader is gonna be better anyway. I'm not necessarily gonna be using Shield Wall every turn, so this could be useful, but at the same time, always having Cryoclasma available is pretty good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And then I think I'm gonna go... I don't think my build is, well, it's kind of defensive. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the better vault. I could play it safe and just do the regular fight again, but I think between shield wall and having some good starting augments, I think I can kind of handle this. Okay, so we can do that. I don't think there's a reason to waste shield wall right now. Okay. So we can do this so I get more damage. Already got the passive shield from it. And then I think I narrow these guys down. I can kind of shield. These two will die to spikes, and because I weakened him, do more damage. Now the question is, do I want to keep... I guess they kind of... Ooh, it's going to barely live with 4 HP. That's a little annoying. Okay, that's fine though. We'll make it work. So one reason I went with the paired mission leader is because it's free drones, and since I'm going to be more on the physical aspect of things, since I'm going to be going spikes, potentially, it's better if I just go more into the drone aspect of things. Don't know if I like any of this stuff here, but I don't have money to reroll, so I'll just have to go with something. Green Leader's hat would be pretty good. And then probably just the stream one. Just go with that for now. Quicken would be very good. It could let me use shield wall more often, or after image could be good as well, because I could just get a kind of... Maybe I can get the blur ascension. Or if money's going to be a problem, Pilfer could be good. Those would all be good choices. I might go with either the Shrine or the Sea Breach here. Is there something I would want to sacrifice? This is my only spikes application right now outside the shield wall. I could get rid of this potion, but I don't think that's going to be worth it right now. Extra shield's not going to matter. At most, I'd probably get rid of this. Maybe I'll lean into Mythos a bit. With the movement problems I could get from Argolith, Quicken might be good. And lower cooldowns could be good as well. This would also give me more drones though, right? Because I don't know if Quicken actually gives you drones. I've never tested that. I'll go with After Image just because I don't know if Quicken actually gives me drones. I think if it doesn't, that would be maybe not the best. It could be still good though, but I think this is fine. So I can either go the easy fight and get Quillings, or I can get more Quillings. I think I'm gonna go for more Quillings. Feeling pretty good about what I have right now. I definitely want to save that fish as well for the Guardian. That's going to be very good. It should let me get past the first Guardian. But we'll see. Treasure Pot could be very good to go for too. But I'd rather, if I can, just burst these guys down. Yeah, we'll just do that for now. The problem is these guys have the ink rot, so they will quickly kill me if I don't get rid of them. Or even if I don't get rid of them and I still have to take that, I'd rather just not take very much. Something very important to note is I could be attacking this Ink Slasher, but if you're playing Star Captain, you should always attack the one without Frostbite, because then you can apply Frostbite to the other one, like this. And I think that's much more impactful than It'll do a lot more damage in the long run than just attacking the one target. So I can now go like this if I want. But I think I'm gonna get rid of the treasure pots because he's about to die anyway. I'm not gonna kill him. Say the treasure pot, the standard pots, whatever they're called. Alright, so first things first, we're gonna... So the reason Frostbite's applying to the second one even though I didn't attack it is because of the Frosty Chill Laser. So you're wondering why that happened. If I use this, I'll take 4 less damage, assuming I don't kill anything. Which is maybe worth it. Or 3 less damage. I think it's worth using now, regardless. Because it's still less damage, I think, in the long run. And then what I can do is I can just use this potion, so I take damage, and because of the scattered samples, I am still okay on that front. I think I'm fine taking no damage here, because I really just want to start weakening this ink pot before it gets too deadly. Taking 1 damage is fine. Alright, so now I can just kind of burst these guys down. Let's see. Definitely just kill one of those ink pots. That's still worth it. You're gonna live with a little bit of HP, so I think I'll take less damage overall doing this. Okay, and then those guys are pretty simple. That fight was a little rough, but I think I got through it just as fine as I can. Could go for another dream. I don't think that's gonna be worth it. I could go for another one. I can't sacrifice either of them. I might have actually have done that, just sacrifice another one and get those 4 going. That could have been pretty good. But I don't think it's gonna matter. This is a good healing one. I'm not gonna be below. I don't think it's gonna be worth it. Magic's not gonna be worth it. I could see what I get at the Sea Breach first, or I could see what I get at here first. Yeah, we can just do that. There we go. Let's see here. I'm not going to be going crit, and plus I think this vestige is the worst vestige in the game, so I'm not going to take it. Survivor Bonsai could be interesting. I think I'd rather just reroll this vault, though. Even though the shop could have something useful, Burden of Wisdom is not going to really work with what I'm doing. It's probably going to end up being a health stimulant anyway. I could get Starwalker potentially, and that would put my mission leader to 1 cooldown, which would be pretty good. It also put Shield Wall and After Image to 3 as well, which would be very useful. So with that in mind, I think I'm going to grab that and see if I get another Starwalker. I'm just going to go for another Dream for now as well, just to get that enchanted set and potentially Mythos, but I don't think Mythos is going to be happening. And then I think I reroll this shop potentially, but I'm going to wait until this vault, but I'm going to wait until I see the shop first. This would be an investment until after the fight, but it could be a very good investment. These all could be an investment, actually. These are all good choices. I think I would pick probably the Sea Trickle. which means I could reroll this once safely. In case you didn't know, the previous area sticks around, so I didn't grab from this vault right away. Okay, I'm gonna reroll this and just see what I get first. Still nothing that good, honestly. Yeah, nothing that's gonna benefit me. So I think I'm gonna do this just so I get Mythos 4. And I could reroll one more time and just see what I get. I'd probably drop the scattered samples. I think it served its purpose. But I think I'm just gonna try one more time for something. And I think this is kind of what I'm looking for. It'll give me Enchanted 4 and Will Collector 2, but I can't really use Will Collector 2. Yeah, I think I go for the name one. I think Scattered Samples has served its purpose for sure. Alright. So now, which one did I get? So he damages me for each space I move. Thankfully, Star Captain doesn't need to move too much, so that's not even going to be a problem. I think the most important thing for me is going to be, can I kill off different enemies? And so I can kind of do this for now. Oh. It will take a little damage, probably. I should have ate this earlier. I'm missing out on a bit of spikes, but that's fine. Alright, we're gonna do this first. These chompies don't count towards... what's his face? The captor. This stink I got chompies though. I don't think there's much I can do about that. I do have a bit of sustain, so I think I'm fine with this. Let's see. I can just get rid of you for now. You taking 12. I might just not move. Spikes is doing kind of a lot already. I feel like moving is just gonna hurt me in the end. I think if I just sit here, I'm fine. Alright. Am I in defense mode right now? I am. I'm gonna move here first, I think. I'm gonna actually go with this, because I can heal off the damage I just moved, and then I can pick up this orb, which will give me the cooldowns I need for Mission Leader, and will kind of allow me to go back to the side. The only issue is that these guys are still going to be a bit of a problem. I think I can kind of finish them off like so. Who's attacking here? You are. See, if I go here, I take 25 damage. But if I do this, I take 1 less damage from that. I can get Blur. These guys will kind of kill themselves if I go here instead of there. I take 23 instead of 15 though. It's a lot. But this thing's gonna die anyway, and with this I could kill these guys. If I go right here, I don't kill these two. Which maybe doesn't matter, but it is a lot of damage, right? It is 7 more damage in the end, I think. Oh, it's even more than 7. It's like almost 10. Yeah, I don't think I can do that. I think it predicts how much damage you take from moving, though. I only take 10 over here instead of 14, but it does use more movement. Oh, 15. Right, because he does 6. But not killing either of these is kind of sketch. I think I just go over here. Alright, because now right here, I'm going to be taking a little bit more damage. I can certainly go ahead and do this. Finish off those two. Finish off those two. I have this potion for movement in case I need it, but I'm going to see first if this orb gives me enough. It does, but then I can't attack. I guess the other thing too is I could stand here, which I think is safe. But I still can't attack, yeah. Right, it looks like I can get maybe a hitbox. Nah, I'm just outside the range. Actually, I'm taking damage no matter what I do. I could go in here and take 18, but that seems like a lot. But maybe that's the play, right? Because I'll take 1 damage from moving, and then I think this is the play. Because that's a lot of will I'm just wasting, and he's about dead anyway. Okay. Ultimately, that was a tough fight, but got through it. Alright, from here, it's going to get a little more tricky. Mirror image is really good. Gives me that potential blur effect and that damage. Yeah, definitely need that. I don't think I need to explain why. Offensive mode is interesting, but I don't think it's really going to do much with what I'm doing. Most of my damage right now is kind of not necessarily coming from drones, but it could. I think I can go for the mirror image. Get a little bit of a buff going. In terms of sacrifices, I could get rid of the health stimulant, but I think it's a little too early since I don't have another vigorous. I could also... Could try to get to Mythos 6 before the fight, but I don't think that's going to happen. Unless I sacrifice both of these. Then I could get a legendary next fight, and then the third fight as well, which could be very, very good. You know, that sounds kind of fun. Let's do it. The enchanted set will be a bit wasted, but I guess that means I can kind of drop the Forgotten Name in the future without having to sacrifice it. Which is probably fine. Ink Shield is probably okay. Stinging Wounds won't matter if I just keep using Health Stimulant, because a 40% drop of 1 is still 1 when you round it. So I don't think that's going to actually matter at all. The most it will hurt is... The most it will hurt is my healing from the healing pools, which I think is fine. And also, I don't think it's going to really be a problem to work with the AoE, because I have so much AoE that the little Lusks aren't going to be a problem at all. So I could go double Volt here and get the rare augment, but I think I'd rather get more augments because I'm lacking augments, and I'll be filling this up probably very quickly. And I already got my Mythos set too, where I'm going to get a free legendary, so I don't think there's any... Yeah, there's no need to go the other route. Okay, so... So those firing guys are always a little rough to work with. You pretty much have to use a form of shielding to mitigate their damage. They do, for the most part, kind of hard counter Star Captain's shenanigans in a way, but it's fine. Alright, the legendary I get is you guys. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to use this. The problem is, it does make my afterimage stronger, and it does, if I get the right ascension, it could make it stronger as well. The problem is, I can't get shield, which means this binding does literally nothing, my mission leader does literally nothing, my bastion set does literally nothing. I don't know if that's going to be a good choice. Getting an extra drone will probably be good because I'm building physical with how often I'm using mission leader for free. Heavenly Eclipse is really good on Star Captain. If you get this, you should just keep it till the end of the run, honestly. More spikes could be very good too, but I think will cost is kind of my main issue right now. Ooh, this is a hard choice. I could go Binding Empowerment, which I probably will do, unless I really want to sacrifice this Geist, but I don't know if that's going to really matter. I could sacrifice the Rosy Thorn, but I still don't think that's going to be worth it at this point. And then no way I'm sacrificing Heavenly Eclipse. Well, that's a lot of spikes, and my physical damage is going to go up, but I don't know if I'm going to be... Let me go ahead and do another Binding Empowerment and just see what I get first. I'll go back to that. See, now that I'm getting the spikes here, perfectly fine. Getting the cost discount here. Frostbite is not really what I'm leaning into right now. 35 damage could be interesting, but I feel like I want to see if I get something better for that. And the 2 shield is very useful, so I'll just get the 2 shield. I'm going to go here to get more Cliff Globes. I could potentially roll Ascensions, reroll some of the Epic Augments, which would be really good. I get a rare Augment as well, and then I might potentially replace this Geist. And if not that, maybe like the Missing Bells or something. I think this will be worth it. But I want to kind of keep this around just for now, because potentially this will be better, even though I just grabbed the 2 shield, but depending if I get the Afterimage Ascension, because that would be, you get 4 stacks of Blur. And so then each stack of Blur reduces 2 additional damage. That would basically mean I would take, especially against Argalith, I would take, what, 3 times 4 less damage? 12 less damage from every enemy. That would be really strong. But it's going to really depend on if I get that, because right now it's just take 3 less damage from every source, which isn't really that appealing. But 12 damage from every source would be very appealing. Might go for the treasure pot this time too, though I'm not sure. Let's see, we could do this for now. I'll do that. This would make me take a little extra damage, but I'd rather just take no damage. Maybe I shouldn't have used shield wall there, because I could have just walked out. Yeah, I'm probably just going to ignore the treasure pot again. I think it's a trap. Yeah. I do want to weaken this guy somewhat. We gotta get rid of him first, because he's going to be a nuisance. And then I can attack here. I still have my moving potion, which I will probably use to get rid of this. Is this a lot of damage I'm taking because of the wild card rolling the damage increase? I think I take this potion here and move out. Should have not gotten 2 will there. No. There's probably a bug with that vestige I dropped. I'll have to report that. I'll report that later. Actually, I should report that now. What's that vestige called? Scattered samples. Okay. Yeah, I shouldn't have gotten that. Okay. Anyway. I think I take less damage here with this drone. And then I don't think these guys have like provoke or anything, so just do that. We'll do this. I could try to not do that, but I don't think that matters. They'll stand over here for now. Okay. This is theoretically a turn where... What does this read? I can no longer gain shield, but that doesn't mean I can't have it, I think, if I'm reading that correctly. So what I could do is... This is kind of min-maxing, but it's kind of funny to do. We'll see if I could do it. I could theoretically use my shield, which I'm going to do anyway. And then if I wanted to take 9 less damage, I could pick this up and then use my after image. But I don't think I need to do that. It could be funny though. I don't know if it would work. I guess I could try it to see if it works. But I guess it'd be better to experiment with this instead. If I grab this and then I grab this, yes, I keep the shield. Okay, so that could be a potential strategy I can pull off too. Should be interesting. Reducing cooldowns per hit. I don't think this is going to matter, and I'm not built in Frostbite. I'm going to actually reroll this. Yep, this is what I was thinking of earlier. So now I definitely want to keep this, because now I take 12 less damage using my refraction. We'll have my drones do more damage. That's fine. Ooh, I can also have drones do more damage this way. Definitely gonna sacrifice vestige. At this point, I think the spikes is more of a pipe dream, so I'm not gonna even sacrifice Rosy Thorns. I don't think this set's gonna benefit me. I really want Starwalker, just because it's gonna let me spam this stuff a lot more. But I'm not getting anything with Starwalker. The problem though is this health stimulant's doing a lot of work. I could sacrifice the ancient. Quandary Machine, I might have time to build that up, but I'm not really sure. Crystallarium would be okay as well. These are actually really hard choices on what to sacrifice. I don't necessarily need to keep these two, so sacrifice them is kind of pointless. In which case, I don't have to sacrifice now, and I don't think I'm going to. I'll just go back to the shrine after the next fight. And I might have time to build this up, just because I will be attacking probably with at least 3 drones a turn. Could be good. Okay, we're gonna try that. And so the Superior Vault will give me a lot more choices. I think the Rare Augment might be more useful because I might get... no, it probably won't. I might need to give myself purchasing power because I think the... Well, this doesn't give me a vestige. I do kind of want a vestige. I might just go the easy route, but then this gives me... But I'm going to be sacrificing one, but then I could buy a new vestige. I'm gonna just go to the hard combat right here. I think that's fine. Alright, so now I no longer gain shield from this. Kind of stinks. I've already kind of invested some shield into that, but I think that's fine. Because now I take 0 damage. Just using After Image, which is really strong. That is really strong, except for him specifically. But then with how strong my drones are, I think that's not gonna really be a problem. Actually, I should probably just invest some damage over there. So I think at this point, the only thing I really need is I need, I really just need cooldown reduction for my After Image. I think that's really the one thing I'm lacking. Once I have that, I'm pretty much going to be good, right? Because, yeah, I don't really need to worry about damage. I think this is also already paying dividends, because I already got it to 16 stacks, I think. 17 stacks, yeah. So this is already paying itself off pretty quickly. Yeah, this is pretty good. I also got my next Mythos choice, which is Inkbound. Actually, I forgot about that, so I probably could have kept what I had, but I think I'm going to sacrifice this for... Well, this could actually be very good, because I could... Ooh. If I always use refraction first, I can pretty much use this every turn. Yeah, I have to do that. I have to do that. So I'm going to get rid of this. Now, because of this tuft, I can't say the first name, I can spam refraction every turn if I use it first, because it has 3 cooldown, I'll have 1 cooldown, and then next turn I'll have it back up. So with this I can spam that, that's pretty good. Let me put my important stuff in the front. My build might already be defined very closely. I think the only thing is Ringleader is kind of useless now, even though it is on being hit, but I think since I'm going to be fighting the tentacles anyway, the Ink Tap's going to be much more useful, and it's giving me the Ancient set, the start of the Shock set, which is not really anything important, and a little bit of the Will Collector. Just gives me a bunch of different sets. And then this can invest a little bit in Will Collector, which is the only reason I'm going to sacrifice it, but otherwise, yeah, I don't think it does much. Okay, that's pretty good. Feeling really good about this run. I don't think that helps. Dazed could be useful because it will just get me a little closer to making sure I never get hurt. I think I just grabbed the Daze just in case. I don't feel bad about my damage right now anyway. I am not going to go Vegetal Shrine. I'm not going to buy anything in the next shop. And there's not really anything I need to invest into sets. The Health Stimulant is still something I could do, but I've not seen another Vigorous, and I'm not going to try to force that. I don't think there's just anything I need to sacrifice, so I'll just see what I get here and see if I get anything useful. Such as... be able to copy an uncommon vestige. I don't think it's going to matter. Now, copying any vestige could be really good. I wonder if this stacks. Not that I need to do that, but that'd be kind of funny. I could stack Heavenly Eclipse. That could be very, very strong. I could also get another copy of the Quandary Machine, which would be very, very good. I don't need to copy that. So there's actually 3 good targets to copy. Inktap could be decent as well, just because I get a bunch of sets with it as well. I'm not sure what I would get rid of. I could get another health stimulant, which then if I get another Shrine Sacrifice, I could have Vigorous 3 mixed with Starwalker 4, which could be okay. But I could also get 6 health stimulants. This kind of does scale though, right? But it's on 3 uses, and I don't know if 10 magic powers. I'm kind of already getting that from this. In fact, I am getting this from this, right? In a way. So I think I just get rid of this forgotten name, and I'm going to copy my Heavenly Eclipse. Because now that also gives me Physical Striker 2, Ancient Wisdom 5, which is really good, and what's the other set? Enchanted, I already got that pretty locked down. And then I don't need any of this. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Okay. I could heal here if I feel like I'm in danger, but I don't think I am. But I think I'm just going to do it for safety. It's only 8 HP. It is a hefty cost, but my build is already kind of defined anyway. And the most I'm going to get is one more legendary right before the villain, but I don't know if that's going to really matter. Anyway, I got to make sure I always use this first. And yeah, now I take 0 from these, 8 from them, but I'm not going to stay in the center anyway. So in a way, I can just ignore the little Lusks. Because even though they take no damage, that's kind of funny. Because they're not going to be able to do anything really, right? And actually, it's in my best interest to keep them alive because every time I get hit without taking damage from my refraction, I'm getting 20 Omni damage, which means right now if I didn't kill anything, I'll probably have to just because of this being close by. But if I could get away with not killing anything, this is theoretically 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. It's pretty good. But sadly, I think I'm gonna have to kill stuff just to attack him. This is how close everything is. This is actually one of those instances I wish everything wasn't close together. Kind of funny. Okay, we'll do that. Plus Ink Tap is just letting me keep going. I think I'm gonna do this for damage too. Even though it's a funny strategy, I don't think I can get away with it. Which is fine. Okay, so I think I can daze him. I take 0 damage. Yeah. And then I think this fight's pretty much won because these guys will never hurt me. Like, it's literally impossible. The only thing I wish I could do is attack you without hurting you guys, but I don't think I can get away with that. So we'll do this. Do this, I get out of the AoE. Then those guys can't hurt me. And they won't die to spikes. And then I can just kind of drone this guy a little bit and phase him. And then because they hit me... Looks like... I don't know if these guys... I guess these guys are ability damage, so they don't actually count. Unfortunate. Oh, I meant to use this first. I don't think it's going to matter. Just because of the Star Walker, I don't think it's going to matter in the end. But I should still be careful about that. Do that just to daze him. We'll attack him down. I could get a little more damage, but I think the spikes is just going to be more impactful. Okay. And then... yeah, I want to do this first. Let's not make the same mistake again. Because this is my only survivability, is this refraction, effuse, tough combo. Alright. I'm also at 50 stacks now for my Quandary Machine, which is pretty good. So I should have a lot of drones that just generate in general. Let's do this. Yeah, I'm not really too much worried about taking damage. Okay. Pretty good. And then we got our next Mythos, so next fight I should get the last possible legendary I'll get, which might be useful. Cost discount to a random binding when I'm using this first always could be good. The issue is if it rolls onto Chill Laser or Mission Leader, it does nothing. But if it doesn't land on one of those, then it's still beneficial. And this just reduces the cooldown of Mission Leader, which I don't think is as useful. I think this has just potential to be useful, so I'm going to grab it. And then I'm going to go with Trailblazer, because I can get more Omni damage, or shield. No, the shield doesn't matter. I don't think the shock's going to really matter too much anyway. Yeah, we'll just do that. The reason I'm skipping through the story is one, I've already seen it through testing, and two, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. Okay. So, let's see here. Oh, do these guys get... Oh, wow, they have Glass Jaw. Yeah, that's a lot. Okay. Do that. We 100% need to kill you first. Or at least weaken you. I think, because you're not even doing damage, right? Because the Glass Jaw's ruined. Yeah. We just do that. And I'm going to stand out of this AoE just so I don't get ink rotted, but... Alright, but yeah, this combo is insane. Yeah, I have no words. This combo's insane. We'll do that just for spike damage. Oh, I meant to do this first. I don't think it's gonna matter. This fight should be ending soon anyway. Just like that. And Vulcus's Bond Enhancer. That could be good. Doesn't have the caveat of I need to kill stuff, but it doesn't give towards the ancient set either. The problem is whatever I drop is also going to be lost. Yeah, I'm not really sure if that's really the go-ahead. Okay, now these both can be potentially free. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be worth it. I could just get more blur, which would be kind of funny. I don't know if that's necessary. Because the damage is still very, very much useful. But at that point, I probably wouldn't even need health stimulant, would I? And I could get Vigorous potentially through, like... Well, that's in the same go-at round. Alright, well, let's do what I usually do, which is check the shop first. I'm not going to take the... that legendary. It's not going to help me. I literally cannot gain shield, so this does nothing. And this does nothing, and I can't even afford that. Okay, so ultimately my choices are between I could keep some of these for sets, or I can just get I feel like I need any of these. I could do Ashes of the Fallen with Ink Tap, and then every time I defeat something I get, what, 2 will? Honestly, I'll probably just sacrifice this. I don't think it's going to matter too much in the final fight. And if I could potentially get another wisdom, then it's probably just better. I'd rather just get this, right? Because between having one extra will every time I kill something versus having, what is it, 3 more blur every turn, I think the choice is pretty obvious. The one thing I do hope, though, is I can get an Ancient Wisdom. I think that is something I would need. I think I just take this. Alternatively, I could go for another Quandary Machine, but I'm not going to have time to build it up, right? So, do this. I could go Orb Walker. I don't really have Smite going on. I could go Prime Ascension. Not necessarily for the ability, just so I could get Ancient Wisdom 7. But I could theoretically do the same thing here and get Reaver 2, which I think is just better. I'm going to do it that way. I don't really crit, but on the off chance I get crit on my Chill Laser, it could just be a little bit of extra damage. Wouldn't hurt. And then it guarantees I get that Will Reserve 3, which then would make up for me getting rid of that Vestige. So I think I'm going to go with that route. Okay. So now with Reaver 2, Will Collector 3, Striker 2, Starwalker 2, Winter 3. Yeah, I feel pretty good about this build. I don't really have that many like power sets outside of Ancient Wisdom, right? Enchanted and Striker are very much early game sets. Reaver, Will Collector, Starwalker, and Inventor are all kind of in their early stages, and then Bastion's not even doing anything for me, and then Mythos is a dead set at this point. It's already paid dividends for sure. And so at this point, let me just heal up to top myself off. But I think at this point, what's really carrying me this run is just the Vestiges I have. Tuft is ensuring I have Refraction every turn. Ifugeist is making this basically between the Bottled Whirlwind and the Refraction. I'm getting minus 15 damage from every single target every single turn, which is really good. I've said it a million times, don't sleep on Blur. But yeah, Blur is insanely powerful. So minus 15 damage from every target. And then I don't even have the Haunted set. This could be even crazier if I had the Haunted set. I got a lot of my damage from the Quandary Machine and the 2 Heavenly Eclipse, and then on some off chance I get hurt, the Health Stimulant will heal me, though I don't think this is going to do anything in this fight. I'd be surprised if it did anything. Yeah, because I should not take damage from anything in this fight. So he has, I've never actually used Dying Grasp before. Every time I defeat a tentacle, take 1 damage and inflict Rooted to a nearby players for the rest of the turn. Actually never used this before. We're just going to attack the main body. I don't think there's a reason to kill off the tentacles quickly because they are giving me damage through the Refraction. And because I don't have to kill them off, this Dying Grasp will literally do nothing. And so I think with that regard, I think I just stay here because this is also extra damage. Yeah, it's pretty good. 100 damage just off that. Now the thing I do want to make sure is I'm in range to attack him, his main body. But I think overall, I'm not really worried about taking damage. Alright, we'll just do that. Get some drone damage off. He should be phased. Alright, and then as I discussed earlier, all that damage goes away. Get more drones. He's the only one doing damage to me until I daze him. Thanks to my daze augment. And then we just, yeah, keep going, I guess. 140 damage a turn just by defending myself. Should have grabbed that orb because it was disappearing, but that's fine. We'll do this. I don't think he's attacking this turn. I'll still do this for the drones. And I think I just keep attacking. Who's doing damage to me? I don't know who's doing damage. Oh, it's because two of them are dying. Gotcha. Starwalker? Yeah, Starwalker makes this one, so I might as well just do it now. Alright, you're gonna do a big attack, but it's not gonna matter. Because I'm just going to put you to 0 damage. That's so silly. Yeah, this is pretty good. I like this. I should just grab that orb over there. Just so I can get more drones. And then, as I've been doing, I'm gonna take some damage because a few of these guys are gonna die. That's fine. Yeah. I don't see a world where I lose this. Yep. No damage. Do that. I think I just do this just for the spikes damage. And I go for the killing blow. Take a screenshot of this run. This run is insane. Yeah, take a screenshot of this. Alright. And we just go for the killing blow. So, that was a pretty good run. I don't have any complaints for sure. Definitely insane. This vestige, yeah, it made my shield wall not give me shield. It made my trailblazer not give me shield. It didn't matter. Refraction was enough, and then getting the spikes, the 28 spikes from this, and the central sentinel drones and that damage, and even getting the omni damage is just good enough. I didn't need the shield. And then this daze just helped top off any extra damage I got through. And then I think between all the cooldown reduction, just extra damage overall, I think that this was a very solid run. Overall, if you need tips on getting better, just in general, definitely try to get a mix of just really you only need one utility vestige if you can get away with it. Like this was my only utility vestige. I had 3 damage vestiges and then 3 defensive vestiges. One of them didn't even matter in the end. And I didn't have the most like high ranked sets outside of an early game set and one specific late game set. I guess I got Mythos, which did help. Overall, it's important to get just one set that you think is going to be helpful, but you don't really need a bunch of them. And if you do get a bunch of them, like I did end up getting, just get the ones that kind of, getting the ones that kind of help you, like the Starwalker 2 is all I needed. There's no reason to go after 4 or 7, at least in this run. I even forgot to use my potions. Could use those. And then definitely augments are important, right? Picking specific augments can really help. This 50 omni damage until end of turn was helpful, definitely. This, pretty much this build would have never happened if I never got this Ascension. I probably would have ended up dropping this this Geist. It wouldn't have helped. Anyway, so that's a Star Captain 20 run win for me. Mastered a few more vestiges. I think I've already mastered. Oh, where you can actually see how many you've mastered. Actually, tell you anywhere. Don't think it does. It probably does somewhere. I just gotta look more into it. So overall, my recommendation for Star Captain for sure. Drones is the best build, but you can do Frostbite and get away with it. Frostbite can be really strong. You pretty much have to take the Frostbite trinket if you want to make it work. Um, Otherwise, pretty much when it comes to bindings, you definitely, if you're going drones, you definitely want anything that self buffs. So shield wall, restoration, invigorate, after image, and maybe quicken. I don't know if quicken actually counts as a self buff. So pretty much those. I think smoke bomb can eventually count as a self buff if you get the one that lets you hit yourself. I think the smoke screen. Um, so those are the best on Star Captain if you're going drones. Obviously, if you're not going drones and you're going Frostbite, Cone of Frost is really good. And if you're going with spikes, like I did partially, Shield Wall is really good. Um, and it doesn't even hurt to go for spikes on Star Captain because if it doesn't work out, you can always transition to drones, kind of like I did. And then you still get that extra spike damage just having the extra physical power. Lightning Bolt is kind of not really that useful because a lot of your damage is already AoE. Jinx can be good, but again, you kind of have a lot of AoEs, so you're kind of killing everything together anyway. Cleave is it's okay. Incendiary is good if you're going for a Frostfire kind of thing. Poison Vapor is probably okay. Grasp again isn't. You're not really getting. You're doing a lot of AoE damage, so Grasp I don't think is that useful. Quicken is pretty good, probably. Smoke Bomb's always kind of useful. I think the only binding I would never take on Star Captain is Blink, just because you have so much attack range anyway that this doesn't really help. And it doesn't matter what your positioning is, as long as you're in range, that's all that really matters. So I think Blink would probably be not a very good choice on Star Captain. I feel like Star Captain is um, one of the only aspects you would never want to use Blink with. Like, absolutely never, just because it's never going to help you. It's only going to hurt you because you're just losing out on other utility that you could be benefiting from, right? It doesn't help drones, it doesn't help Frostbite. It's not helping you in any possible way. So I would never recommend Blink. And then Cultivate at the same time too. It can be helpful, but again, it's kind of one of those utility ones that kind of like Blink. It's a utility one that doesn't give you drones. And if you're going for utility, you'd rather get one of these that give you drones in addition to the utility. So I would probably just avoid these two altogether. Um, Otherwise, that's a Star Captain run. Next time I'll probably play somebody else. Maybe Clairvoyant, because I know a lot of people are struggling with Clairvoyant. Maybe Chainbreaker. That might take me a few attempts, though. I think Chainbreaker is a little too weak currently. I could go for it, but I don't think Chainbreaker is that strong right now. Maybe I'll go for Weaver next time, just because Weaver's my favorite aspect. We'll see. Right. Well, thank you all for watching and seeing this insane Star Captain run, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.